Dear students of Standard 8, today we are going to start Social Science Chapter 6 Human Resources Part 1. Dear students, here first we will learn what is census. So, to collect information and register people living in a particular area of any part of the country is known as population census. And this census, population census is done every 10 years as per the order of the central government of India. In our country, the last census was carried out in the year 2011. Dear students, here we can see human resource is the wealth of the nation. Development of the country depends not only on the area of the country or natural resources, but it is also based upon the quality of human resource, and that contributes a lot to economic development. And the census is done in order to know the quality of human resource and to plan for economic development. It is important to have a census for development of 5-year plans and for the management of necessities like food, water, residence, industries, electricity, employment, education, defense, etc. And nowadays, animals, birds and trees that are becoming extinct as well as domestic animals are also counted. An estimate of the population of India. Here we can see the land area of India is 32,87,263 square kilometer, which is forms 2.42% of the total land area of the world. As far as area is concerned, India stands 7th after countries like Russia, Canada, China, USA, Brazil and Australia. And however, in terms of population, India is second after China, and more than 16% of the world's population resides in India. And the qualitative human population is known as human resource. Human strength depends on the intelligence and literacy of population, and various influential and responsible citizens are source of human strength. Our youth and children are our treasures. Now, population growth. So, during the last century, especially in the last 5 decades, the rate of population growth is a cause of worry. In 1901, the population of India was 23 crores, which has increased to 121 crores in 2011. And this is a matter to worry about for the central government. So, because of that, various policies and schemes have been launched to bring the population growth under control. And the rate of population growth has gone down by 1.7%. Now, here in this chart, we can see population growth rate of India. Now, reasons for the population growth. So, here some reasons are there, we will see. First is immigration. Immigration from other countries for industrial or trading or educational or just for the settlement purpose. So, immigration is the first reason. Then second is the lower death rate. 2 centuries ago, the rate of population growth was less, and since infant mortality rate was high, and diseases like cholera, plague, TB, typhoid, etc. were incurable. People starved to death due to famines, and there were no facilities for immediate medical treatment. And because the modes of transport and roads were also improper, and the number of deaths of pregnant women was also high. And since this scenario has improved a lot today, and mortality rate has decreased. Moreover, the standard of living has improved, and so the average lifespan, which was about 40 to 41 years in 1920, has increased to 63 64 years. And opposed to these, the birth rate has not decreased noticeably. The various factors responsible for population explosion are as follows: illiteracy, superstitious beliefs, orthodox thinking and customs, child marriage, poverty, widow remarriage, lack of ideal concept of small family, etc. And due to population explosion problems pertaining to the management of food, water, residence, environmental pollution, then security, employment, traffic control, etc. arise. And to deal with this, such problems, many policies, schemes and legal measures have to be planned. Now dear students, in this chart, we can say between 1901 and 2011, how was population? So here we can see census years, population, then change in population between census, and percentage change between census and annual growth rate in a percentage we can see in different year. Now next topic is density of population. So what is population density? The proportion of people residing in per square kilometer of a specific area is known as population density of that area. The proportion of people residing in per square kilometer of a specific area is known as population density of that area, and population density is high in areas near river banks, industrial areas, fertile regions of peninsular rivers, etc. And while in desert, hilly and forest areas, population density is low due to unfavorable conditions. Dear students, here we can see top 5 districts in terms of population. So here 5 districts are there: Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara, Rajkot and Banaskantha. So from your textbook you can read this. Factors affecting in the density of population. So here we will say which factors affect population density. So density of population of an area depends upon many factors like environment, land, surface, availability of water and electricity, crops, minerals, industries, educational facilities, health and transport facilities, opportunities for jobs, urbanization and progress due to latest technology. And population density is high in areas near river banks, industrial areas, fertile regions of peninsular rivers, etc. Whereas in areas of lofty mountains, extremely unlevel land surfaces, then regions of extremely heavy rainfall, dense forests, marshland areas with high salinity levels and deserts where the conditions are not favorable for agriculture, population density is low. Here we can see 5 states having the maximum population. So which are they? Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. Then 5 states and union territories having the least population. So which are they? Lakshadweep Islands, Diu and Daman, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Sikkim. Now dear students, our next topic is birth rate. So we will see this topic in part 2.